Shrek the Third. This is a 2007 animated film made by DreamWorks Animation once again. And the plot of this movie is we see Shrek, voiced by Mike Myers, and Princess Fiona, voiced by Cameron Diaz, who are living still in far, far away, just doing royal duties while the king, Fiona's father, is taken ill. And of course, the king is dying, so Shrek has to be the one to take the throne for far, far away. But even though Shrek doesn't want to do it because he's not cut out to be a king, so the king ordered Shrek to go out to find Fiona's cousin, Arthur, so he's going to be Shrek's replacement. And of course, while that's happening, Prince Charming is wanting the throne. Not only that, he wants to kill Shrek and he'll become king of far, far away. What do I think of Shrek the Third is... It's funny because when it comes to the first film and the sequel, usually the third film in the franchise or trilogy, they're always like the weakest one, or it's not that good. It's usually the toilet stain of the movie. I've watched this a couple nights ago, and watching it again, I would say I don't hate the film. I'm just going to say it right there. I don't hate it, as most people do. But I will admit, it's not good. It's definitely the weakest. There are some redeeming stuff. There are some things in there I like, but I think the overall film, I think it all comes down to the story. I think the story is a bit lackluster and a bit... could have done better. There are some good ideas, but it's just the execution, and it just felt rushed. And some of the stuff in the film is unneeded. Could have been cut out completely, and the film would have been somewhat better of improvement. But let's get into it. The voice acting all around is great. I think everyone did their best. You know, Shrek, voiced by Mike Myers, he's great as always. Eddie Murphy's Donkey, Tony Banderas as Puss in Boots, Cameron Diaz as Princess Fiona. Their story is really interesting. So Shrek is trying to be the new king of far, far away, even though deep down he doesn't want to. So he goes on this quest along with Donkey and Puss in Boots to go find Arthur somewhere in Watershire, which is a school, like some type of school thing. And of course, before he left, he finds out that Fiona is pregnant. So pretty much means Shrek is going to be the father. And Shrek has this somewhat of a worry that he will not be good as a father. And of course, he has this dream sequence which he has that fear of becoming a dad or becoming starting a family man type of person, which I get that impression, but not that much. But the plot itself, it's all about responsibilities and also find about what path you're on. But I like the idea of the story, but it's the execution was not so much. And of course, you do have the scene with Fiona, who is having the baby shower, and of course, all these princesses are there, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and Rapunzel, who turns out to be working along with Prince Charming. More of him later soon. Of course, her mom, and of course, the Cinderella's stepsister is there for some reason. And of course, the fairy tale creatures, you know, all of them just there giving out gifts for Fiona. And of course, Snow White gives one of her dwarfs away and saying, "Where's the baby?" Which I will admit, is kind of funny. I will admit, it's a quite funny scene. But it just didn't go anywhere with it. When the moment Rapunzel betrayed Fiona and the princesses and basically betrayed the crew, I just thought, where did this come from? That is unneeded. It's unnecessary. It doesn't need to be there. That is just completely unneeded. I don't know if that's what the writers are thinking. Of course, we do see Shrek go to Arthur at the school, where Arthur is basically voiced by Justin Timberlake, which Justin Timberlake, he's fine. He's fine as Arthur. I don't think it's him as the problem. It's his character is so whiny and just complaining and just act like a child like just whines. I doesn't want to be king. Like Shrek has to say, no, you have to be king. The king gives you, you are next in line of the throne. But you know, Shrek lied to him, so he's kind of like, he's next in line of the throne. He's just there as a replacement to take the throne. Because throughout the entire film, he's just whiny. And of course, at school, he's just the loser in the school. He's basically getting picked on and getting bullied. He doesn't get much of a chance with the girls, basically. But for the most part, he's just whiny for the most part. And of course, you do see he meets Merlin, who is the Sword of Stone. He's there for comedic purposes. He's just there as a plot device to get to them to the next point. He's not there to the story. He's just there for the plot device. I know that's cliche. I don't mind characters with plot device as long as it's the way they've done it. The way here is just felt flat out terrible, if you know what I mean. And of course, the scene that could have been cut out is Puss and Donkey got swapped around. So basically, Puss is in Donkey's body, and of course, Donkey is in Puss's body, which is such a bizarre. It's comedic, funny moments, but it just felt forced. It just didn't add into the plot. It's just there for comedic purposes or just jokes, but it's unnecessary. It didn't go anywhere. None of these plot points or some of the stuff doesn't go anywhere. It just throw it in. It's like saying, okay, here's a script. Yep, yep, there it is. Bye. Prince Charming. Prince Charming, in my eyes, he's fine as a side character or a side villain, just a minor villain in Shrek 2. But here, he's front and centered. But he's barely get nothing to do, just saying, where's Shrek? Where's Shrek? Where's Shrek? And of course, he does team up with all these fairy tale villains. And just, again, they're there just to do the job, just to get Shrek. But other than that, it doesn't work. And Prince Charming is an unlikable, not in a good way, but in a bad way. He's just unlikable. He's just not a great villain. He's just a whiny. He's more whinier than Arthur, voiced by Justin Timberlake. He's just, nah. Again, Shrek the Third, it does have some good animation. There are some funny moments. It does have some okay scenes. There are some enjoyable moments, but other than that, it's just another typical throwaway animated movie. It's just there to exist, just there to make money, and just there for just to make it. But hopefully, Shrek Forever After will be a better movie, right? So that's my general thoughts on Shrek the Third. My rating for it, I would say stream it. Just stream it on Netflix. Just stream it on Netflix. Don't. Only watch it once on Netflix. That's my review. Hope you guys enjoy it. And of course, comment down below. Tell me what you think of Shrek the Third. Do you love it? Do you like it? Or do you think it's okay? Or do you think it's just same as me? It was just meh. Or do you absolutely despise it? Of course, I want to know, what do you guys think of it? Until next time, see ya!